Caregivers, do you think that you are doing a great job for your parents or your loved one? You might be surprised by what older adults tell me are their main concerns about receiving care from loved ones. They may not tell you because they're embarrassed. Sometimes they feel like they're a burden. What do you think? Do you think family caregivers are a better option versus assisted living or skilled nursing? Do you think that family caregivers are more devoted, committed, responsible, or are you just more frustrated, burned out, or impatient? I'm Pamela Wilson. I solve caregiving problems. For the past 20 years, I have been on call 24/7, helping caregivers, older clients, responding to caregiving emergencies. It's crazy. Sometimes caregiving stress can just be constant. But hang in there. Your parents expect a lot, and you're thinking, how can they possibly expect more? Honestly, sometimes they have unreasonable expectations, but you can work together. It does become more stressful when parents need hands-on care. Those are things like managing medications, helping with physical mobility, bathing, personal care, things like that. And so the common worries of your parent are really three areas. One is medication errors. The more medical conditions they have, the more medications they take, and it becomes difficult to manage. Older adults also see doctors as God. And I can tell you that from my experience, the healthcare system is biased against care for older adults. Something happens to a 40-year-old, oh, absolutely, we give treatment. An 80-year-old, I don't know, do we treat them or not? It's not fair. Older adults, in my opinion, deserve the same consideration as anyone of any age. So caregivers, what you want to realize is that the devil really is in the details of care, and I say that a lot. You'll hear me say that a lot. You have to manage care in order to get better results. You have to monitor care, communicate with healthcare providers, advocate with service providers. You can't just believe that somebody's old and they don't need new care. Doctors have a bias against treating people with dementia. If that's the case with yours, find a new doctor. I can tell you that I've advocated for old clients in their 90s, clients with dementia, clients who were denied treatment, doctors wanted to discontinue medications, but I advocated because I knew more about these clients than the doctors, and I was very successful. You can do this too. Never give up, never agree with a doctor or a healthcare professional to do something for a parent or a loved one if you disagree. Bad things can happen, I've seen it. You can learn the secrets of advocacy. Number two concern about parents is just, personal care, getting around the house, toileting, bathing. And they're very self-conscious actually about needing help with personal care, especially from their kids. So sometimes things happen where they don't want to go out because they have accidents. I don't know if you remember having babies, but when you took babies out, you put things together. You had diapers, you had bags that you took with you. Same thing with older parents who are worried about going out because of incontinence. Take extra clothes, take Depends, take things. I was a perfect example. I took clients out to appointments for over 20 years. They have accidents. They have accidents in your car. They have accidents in doctor appointments. Yes, it's embarrassing, but if you're prepared, it's a lot less embarrassing. I know these things. My father, World War II vet, came to visit me after my mom passed away, and he needed help showering, and he was so embarrassed. I remember him saying something like, oh, it's hell when you got to have your daughter help you shower. But yet he needed the help, and I was happy to do it. Another concern is mobility within the house. Parents are afraid of falling, and so they limit their mobility, but they don't know what can be done. There's so much safety equipment out there. If you go on the internet to home safety equipment for elderly, there are bed canes, bed poles, leg lifter straps, floor to ceiling poles. There's so much out there that can prevent falls, and honestly, falls are preventable. There's a study out there that shows that 66% of falls are preventable, but only if we take action. So if you notice your parents having these issues, do something, talk to them, be proactive. It's so important to avoid these emergencies that result in them leaving home, and they worry about this stuff, but they don't know what to do. They rely on you. Another thing is if you ever have one of those, I call them nagging doubts. You got something that's just like, touching your shoulder, or hey, saying do this, remember to do this. Pay attention to those nagging thoughts. Pay attention to those little details. They are so important in the care of your parent. And I can tell you, the ones that you ignore are the ones that are going to cause problems. All of these little things can save you and your parents a lot of headaches in home care, in keeping your parents home, and just in managing the general care situation. I'm Pamela Wilson. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. I solve caregiving problems. If you found this video helpful, I'd appreciate a like and a love. Comment, share your #1 top caregiving concern, and please share this video. 1 in 4 people are caregivers looking for information and solutions. See you in the next video.